Good morning. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Valletta. My name is Nick Davis. I'm the Comms Director of European Aquatics, and I will be your MC today. We're delighted to have representatives of Europe's top water polo clubs and federations, both here in the room in person and joining us via a streaming link all across Europe. This end-of-season meeting has now become a traditional fixture, allowing European Aquatics to meet and engage with our partners in water polo. We all share a commitment to improve all areas of water polo, and this get-together allows us to discuss new developments being planned for next season and beyond. Today, we will present a detailed review of the 2023-24 season, share the high points, the good points, and areas where we think there might be more progress to be made. We will also reveal a strategic plan for increasing engagement with supporters and enhancing the way water polo is marketed. Another significant topic will be the calendars for 2024-25 season, including full details of the new European Under-16, Under-18 and Under-20 championships. So first of all, I would like to introduce our panel, who will be presenting on these different topics. So welcome to European Aquatics President Antonio Silva. We also have Bureau Liaisons for Water Polo, Vice President Kyriakos Giannopoulos. We have Bureau members Fernando Carpena and Milos Meracevic. In addition, we also have here the head of the Water Polo Department, Renato Zifokic. In addition, we'd like to mention we have here in the front row Chair of the Technical Water Polo Committee, Angel Molina, Vice Chair Tamas Molnar, and the Secretary Dejan Perisic. So just some housekeeping. This meeting is being streamed on the European Aquatics YouTube channel, so it'll obviously be then available as a recording. As we have quite a lot of ground to cover today, we will have all the questions taken at the end from those of us who are here in the room. So please just make a mental note of any questions you might have during presentations, and then we can deal with them at the end. Those following the stream are welcome to send any questions to the waterpolo@len.eu email address, and we will answer in due time. As it's a live stream, obviously we won't have a break for coffee, but please feel free to get refreshments during the presentation. So let's now go on the screen. We can see the agenda. So the topics are, as you can see there. So we start with the welcome, then we will look at the action plan, the European Aquatics Academy, and the OTT channel, overview of the men's season, overview of the women's season, club competition system and calendar, TV broadcast, live stream, social media and branding, and then finally, national team competitions. So there we are. Thank you very much for listening attentively. And may I now introduce Antonio Silva, President of European Aquatics. Thank you.
Morning. It's working. Okay. Welcome. Warm welcome to all of you. It's, again, an honor to be here in front of the people that work in the field, in the pool deck for the development of water polo. This is the most important. I will not do this welcome speech too long. I just want to acknowledge the presence of all of you, and especially the work that has been done during the last, 2 years and a half, and mostly in the last 6 months after our elections, to go further in development of water polo. First, the liaisons from the European Aquatics Bureau. They are here. Milos, Fernando, Kyriakos. Norbert should be here also, it's there. And I think I don't miss no one from the liaisons. Then the staff dedicated to water polo. We have 4 people now working in water polo, fully committed to water polo, 100% in water polo. Renato, Aida, Petra, and since 1st of June, Dejan Perisic. And this is a huge challenge for us. Of course, this is a very challenging year. I think I can go because I'm the one that is, so instead of go step by step, I will go with the presentation. I forgot Petra Bukic. No. I said so, but I saw her now, that's why I say again. It's a very challenging year for us. And the main idea that we have, this is very clear. We decided in the Bureau when we start to work on our strategic plan and try to align our strategic plan with growth water polo plan. As you remember, it was approved in Belgrade in 2023 in a similar meeting that we had last year. It's very easy. First, we are increasing a lot the new structure of European Aquatics. For all of you to know what you are talking about, now we have 5 departments. One department is the accounting and administration. Then the other department is the development with 3 main topics. First topic, it's the European Aquatic Academy that I will further explain today. Second topic, it's the aquatic social responsibility projects, programs. And third topic, it's moving, it's on the way. It's the cooperation with the IPC, the International Paralympic Committee, for the World Para Swimming, for all aquatic disciplines. We are not talking only about swimming, but we are talking about all aquatic disciplines. Then we have the third department, and the third department is sports. We have water polo department because it's a team sport. The concept is quite different from the other sports, and we have the other sports in the department, water polo department. I just refer the people that is going to work on, and then we have headed by Renato and headed by Apostolos. We have the other aquatic disciplines. Then we have the marketing, commercial, and broadcast department. This department is related to everything that deals with media rights, media partners, broadcast, and we just hire also to work with us as a consultant Tony Zivkovic, who is here and is going to help us in not only water polo but other competitions, and most probably we will reach an agreement with him in order to keep moving with us because his expertise is very good for us. And finally, we have the fifth department, the media comms and the digital. It's headed by Nick Davis, in a way that we can better promote, first, all the aquatic disciplines. That's why we are building a specific plan for each one of the aquatic disciplines, media plan for each one of the aquatic disciplines, which is included water polo, of course. And we are processing the roadmap of the digital transition of European Aquatics. I don't know if it was already launched, Nick, this morning?
Yes, well, in 1 hour.
Okay, in 1 hour we will launch another tool for digital transition that will help a lot water polo because of the fan engagement, because of the ticketing, and because of the marketplace. So it will be a very good tool for water polo. What about water polo? It's clear we are investing a lot in water polo. As I said before, we have now 4 people working in water polo, and our idea is quite simple. Very, very simple. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Someone put already in the third plan, which is good. Let's keep it. Our idea is very simple. This is the key message. Right now, the clubs are paying to our clubs competition. We are talking about Challenge men and women, Euro Cup men and women, Champions League men and women. Our idea is in a couple of years, we cannot do this immediately, is European Aquatics, for the most important competitions, we pay the clubs to be part of this competition. This is our global idea. We'll start step by step. In the beginning, we need the support of, in order to create the ecosystem to further get further incomes in order to move in this direction. But I can tell you, you don't know me, but someone knows me, we are going to reach this goal during this term. This is clear, okay? We will do it. So, of course, we need the support of the clubs, of national federations to implement all the structure that we want to implement in this process. Not forgetting that we have more than 900 games per year in water polo, in all clubs competitions, plus age groups competitions, plus national senior competitions in water polo, plus at world level, World Aquatics competition. We need to protect our players, we need to protect our teams, and for that we need to do an extra effort to support everything that is related to the water polo. About what you are seeing, it's how we did it this year. We approved our strategic plan in 23rd of March in Antalya in our in-person meeting. The budget to support the strategic plan globally, 24 to 2030, and then we construct our action plan based on the strategic plan aligned with growth water polo plan. The one that is in charge of this, of course, it's me by the strategic plan and water polo department, especially Aida is sitting here and is working a lot on this in order to see what do we commit 24 about water polo, what we did already, that's why the percentage of the achievement that it's there. This is not a closed document, it's an open document. It will be shared with all, full transparency for you to know what we are doing, in which direction we are coming on, related to the promoting of aquatic disciplines, and of course, which is included water polo. The second great pillar, it's our sport, making it accessible for all, which also water polo will be included. And I know someone will speak, if no one speaks about this, in the end I will speak about this. Then making European Aquatics fit for the future, and the integrity, transparency and good governance. As you may remember from the first action plan or strategic plan that we had 22-24, this is our first commitment. Now it's our last commitment. Our first commitment is sports. This is why we are here. It's about sports. Then we have the rest to support sports. This is the global idea. The percentage is what we already achieved. So about sports, in water polo, we get more or less 44% of achievement. We still have 6 months to do it. And then it's decreasing. And second, it's the European Aquatics fits for the future. The question about the brand identity that you launch, everything that you know that we are doing because it's public. What is really new, and we are going to launch in a quite different way, yes, in a quite different way that World Aquatics did. From 15 of May on, we decide to create this Delegates and Referees Commission. What is this Delegates and Referees Commission? We are going to have, according to the Constitution, the committee, the TWPC committee. We just received yesterday the final output related to the names that were proposed for each one of the countries. Of course, the liaisons are going to be in charge of ranking the people that was sent by the nominations by each one of the delegations, and then to choose them for the committee and the commission. First the commission, then working to choose the people from the technical committee. And by the constitution, this committee will rule everything about water polo, mostly related to water polo development, questions about marketing, sponsorship, development, whatever. Everything that is related to water polo, it will be done by TWPC. The only thing that is not going to be done by the TWPC, it's the question about jury table members, delegates, and referees. For this, we have a special commission with a 100% person dedicated in the office will be Dan Perisic related to this, with 3 more people. It's not yet decided. It's already decided, but we need to discuss in the Bureau. So it is going to be approved on 21st of June in our Bureau in Belgrade, the name of the people that is going to start working in close cooperation with our office staff to prepare all the system about this commission. What is the responsibility of this commission? First, together, that's why I spoke before about European Aquatic Academy, together with the European Aquatic Academy, to prepare all the system for certification, education of these 3 layers, 3 targets, jury table members, delegates, and referees. First, the registration of all in Europe that are working on this, I don't know. I'm the president of European Aquatics, and I don't know now how many jury table members we have in Europe, how many delegates we have in Europe, how many referees we have in Europe. I don't know. Maybe someone knows, I don't know. We need to create a system for this. We are going to do the system to registrate all these people from each one of the nations properly. Second, based on these numbers, in these 3 targets, to create a system either to educate and certificate them in 3 different levels. I'm jumping, I think, yes. Okay, here. We can go to, yes, slide, you can, yes, it's okay. First, globally, to understand the full picture, registered. Second, create the levels of certification. We will have 3 levels of certification for all jury table members, delegates, and officials. And we will have a transition here from the season of 24-25 for the recognition of previous experience and previous level of all these targets in our system. I will give you a practical example. So we will have 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced. We are creating this system. It's already almost created. We just need to fine-tune because of some specificities in aquatic disciplines. And water polo, I can tell you, it's not so simple like the other aquatic disciplines. It's much more complex, and we are moving in this direction. And then, after the education certification system, we will have this kind of nomination system, and we have the evaluation system. All will be done by this commission. Education certification with the help of the European Aquatic Academy, nomination and evaluation for competitions and inside the competitions with the best ranked referees for each one of the competitions by level. What we are working now to define the criterion for those who are in the first level till where they can officiate, or can be delegates, or can be referees. For the second layer, which are the ranking that should be appointed, and for the third level, the same. Okay? This is the global idea that we are going to implement. And then you ask, what about the TWPC members? Till now, the 17 members of the TWPC normally are the only ones that go to the work of delegate in each one of the games. This will finish. Okay? During the transition period, of course, we are going to work with the knowledge and previous experience of the delegates of the TWPC, but when the plan is completely, and it will happen on next summer of 2025 for the next season, it's set up, the best ranked delegates from the TWPC, of course, they will cooperate on this, but mostly we are going to create the pool of delegates for each one of the countries in order that, based on some criteria, they are going to be appointed for each one of the club, age group, and national competitions, national teams competitions. The explanation, it's here, it's very simple. So, what is the rule to start this? The process is going to be, the concept is done. We had a lot of meetings already with the technical committees, the technical commissions, the department, last one on 28th of May, last week in Nyon with all the people. A lot of people, more than 45 people that were present in the meeting, some in person and some in video. The idea is clear. For all aquatic disciplines, for those who want to be delegates, jury table members, referees, from January on, they must do this mandatory system of clinics/certification course till the end of the year. If they do not do, they will not be appointed for any competition next year. Clear? And you ask, okay, but those that are more experienced and normally goes as a delegate, appointed as delegate, and appointed as officials as referees in main competitions. For those, we have the fast track system. What is the fast track system? It's the system in a way that we can recognize the knowledge and previous experience of these people in order to start immediately to officiate. This is the global system that we are going to implement related to the process. Then we go for the final one that we are speaking about, the OTT. Okay, we have a big problem in all aquatic disciplines and also in water polo. In water polo, we have one competition that is covered under the contract with EBU, which is the Champions League. This is clear. Challenge Cup, it's out of the scope of EBU contract. Euro Cup, it's out of the scope of EBU contract. Women Champions League, it's out of the scope of EBU contract. Age groups competitions are out of scope. This year we have the under 18 in Bulgaria and in Zagreb. And we will have by the law, but not under the open broadcasted like EBU.
So, Euro Cup finals.
Everything. Euro Cup finals. The only competition that is included, apart from the European Water Polo Championships, in the past men and women, and in the future split men and women. Okay, it will be, it's in our Grow Water Polo strategy, in our action plan. It's Champions League Final Four. When we saw the numbers and media team present us the numbers of the final of Euro Cup
and the final four of women's in
Champions League 1.1 million, if I'm wrong, of impact, social impact by broadcast, viewers, whatever. This is a huge market, completely huge market. So what we decide to do, to launch this year our OTT platform. So this is our pay-per-view platform. We are going to test in 2 competitions this year, starting July with Vilnius Open Junior Championships, and second, the under-18 in Bulgaria and in Zagreb competition. Of course, we will need to have the support of someone which is expert in the quality of the streaming. I just read the survey because I'm really interested in development of water polo, of course, because it's one of our main sports. I just read the reports that came out from the survey that we did to all national federations, and one of the questions was the quality of the streaming. So we need to tackle this issue immediately with the help of the experts. That's why Tony is also here, to tell us this is the precise setup, this is the precise quality, let's broadcast it, but let's sell this for the people that wants to see. And you ask me, okay, but this is excellent for European Aquatics, but it's not good for clubs. Wrong. Our business model will be completely different. We, together with LOC, are going to be in charge of the costs of the production for these competitions at a test, and then we give the rights either first to the national federations to explore the rights geo-blocked in each one of the countries. For instance, Junior, Fernando Carpena, the president of Royal Spanish Swimming Federation, which has water polo. Junior championships in Vilnius from 2 to 7. I tell Fernando, based on your viewers, on your number of people that are going to be present in championships, based in all of this, you have to pay to us, let's say, 5,000 euros. Then the sign is geo-blocked for your country, and you as National Federation can explore the rights, open this for your country. So this is a business model that, of course, the LOC can earn money, European Aquatics can earn money, and the national federations can earn money, and even the clubs can earn money, because if the clubs are the organizers, they can open the streaming for all. And with these numbers, we expect a lot of revenue, just as a comparison. And I used to tell this because it's public. European Gymnastics gets from the contract of VBU, global gymnastics, artistic, rhythmic, a lot of fields, €500,000. We take 1.3 million each year from EBU. Numbers are public, no problem to say it. From OTT platform, pay-per-view digital streaming, they receive the same amount of money. What about European Aquatics? They receive from EBU and 0 from digital platforms, pay TV, because we don't have it. We are launching this. We launched this, and we are going to further develop this. So what I expect from you is representatives from national federations to cooperate with us, because our idea is quite simple. As much as we can get as a revenue, commercial, broadcast, sponsorship, marketing, academy, development, whatever, it's to reinvest in sports. And I finish how I start. We have a main goal. The main goal is to invest more in sports, we need to have more money. And the idea for water polo, because we are speaking about water polo, it's clear. Starting from Champions League and then go down to other clubs' competition. We are talking about Euro Cup and Challenger Cup. It's to say, instead of you pay for participate in the competitions, we are going to offer you, to the best ones, the opportunity to participate under our costs. Okay, this is the global idea. So I think it's not time to have any question now, it's only in the end, but any question that you have, please, I'm ready to answer, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, President. That was an excellent exposition. We now turn to the next topic, which is the overview of the men's season 2023-24. So I open the floor to Kyriakos. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the people who are watching us through live streaming. Our president covered a lot of what... No, it's okay. It's okay. This is normal. Before I start, I would like to thank my colleagues in Water Polo Department, Fernando, Milos, and Norbert. Finally, in the Bureau, we have a very strong team, Water Polo, and we will try to make the life difficult for our president. So I'm talking now about the men's overview of the season, last season 23-24. A lot competitive games during last season in all the clubs competition. And we also face a beautiful organization from a European Championship last January in Croatia, of course in under 15 in Montenegro and in Manisa in Turkey, and all of us will have to thank this federation for this effort. In very demanding period last year, please don't forget that we stopped all the competition for 3 years and more months because of our duties in the national teams, European Championship, first of all in Eindhoven and in Zagreb, and World Championship in February, last February in Doha. In very demanding period, organizational and financial, I believe all the clubs and all the federations, they give their best. You remember last year, we made a decision about the format of the competitions related to the problems we had with the competition calendar. Today, a year after, I believe all of us, we agree that was a correct decision. And this is what our stars, and our stars in our sport are the athletes and the coaches. This is what they mention. All clubs competition, fully expectation. The best clubs in the world participate in the Champions League in a high-quality product. The Euro Cup was a big surprise in a positive sense, and it's our plans to improve it more. Challenge Cups gives the opportunity for many clubs to participate and to compete in European competition, and to be part of European water polo family, and of course to improve in their countries the sport. If we want to say something about the evaluation of our organization aspect, are we happy because we improve the sport? Yes, but we understand that there is a way to progress more, and this is our responsibility, our team responsibility to work more. We have to mention, if we want to improve, the problems like the organization of TV production, already President talked about this, the streaming, and the development of work to increase the numbers on social media. Possibilities of progress. Effort and support for clubs and federation, despite the financial difficulties and the problems with a full calendar. Clubs and federation appreciate the good examples and try to adapt them in their championships. Excellent organization for Champions League men, the European Championship in Croatia, as I mentioned, the Euro Cup men's final, the Challenge Cup final, and the Super Cup men's final, which we want to improve more. And of course, there is opportunities for development. In some areas, we had poor broadcasting quality. We are planning changes in match time and dates. This is the problem that later on Renato will talk about this with ABU. Poorly cameras position, making matches look like a training session despite the audience presence. We improve a lot the communication thanks to Nick and his team, but I believe there is more room to improve. President talked about our thoughts about the issue in his presentation, and we have to improve a lot, unexperienced people who are close to us and help us to provide the game more, let's say, attractive. And finally, we have some photos you can see, which is good and bad examples. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that excellent presentation. Now let's move on to the women's update for the season. Fernando, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, President. Thank you, dear colleagues, dear friends. First of all, as Kyriakos said before, I would like to thank my colleagues, the liaisons, Kyriakos, Milos, of course, Norby, to the members of the Commission, of the Technical Water Polo Committee, Angel, Tamas, Dejan, and of course, our water polo team inside the office, led by Renato and Aida and Petra. Thank you for your good work and collaboration. Getting into my presentation, I would like to emphasize one thing. The President said before that we have a lot of challenges inside our new organization. Of course, in water polo women, we have another big challenge, to equalize men and women. We are doing this. We are taking decision about this idea. We had to follow this right way. But the consequence, now in this season, we have adapted more or less the same model than in men. And the result is very clear. The result is more or less 150 games with a good level. Okay, this is interesting, but more interesting is that the season, the previous season, 2023, only 9 countries, 9 federations with 24 clubs participate in European club competitions. This year, 17 countries, 17 federations with 39 clubs. This is a big growth of our sport. For this reason, thank you for all of you. Thank you, because the federation and the clubs are investing in our sport. In this challenging year, because the situation, the financial situation, we have problems always. But despite this, you are investing in our sport. Thank you very much. Maybe I'm going to repeat some words of my colleague said before, because we think that women's club competition fully met expectation. Champions League women, the high level, of course. We have very good example that the high level is maintained, is increasing. Eurocup, it be a step forward and now we have more ideas about to increase the level of this second level of our competition by club. Of course, the first Challenger Cup has been a success. This is a great opportunity for many clubs to develop water polo in different countries. This is good. About organizational aspects, of course, in sport aspect, we are happy. And in the organization of the games, of the tournament, we need to improve. We need to get better and better. We need to increase the number of the viewers and the spectators, but no spending more money, using our resources, no more money. We have to be better. We need, of course, to stream all the games. Now we had the opportunity, maybe with this new platform, to increase this. Yes, it's good, it's good. I think in a few days, in a few weeks, we'll send new guidelines about this. The quality of streaming is very, very important. The image of our sport is very, very important. We are investing a lot in our sport. We need to receive incomes, to get companies that believe in us. Like a summary, we have a lot of positive things, of course, especially the effort of the clubs and the federation. This is the main issue. This is good. If everybody wants to invest, we need to grow up in another aspect. We have another big success tournaments, Final Four Champions League Barcelona, Final Four Eurocup Trieste, Final Six Challenger Cup Zagreb, Super Cup in Budapest. Very good level. And pay attention, please. The media has been interested in these tournaments, in this last part of the tournament. Okay, we have to follow in this lane, okay? But we need to improve the quality of stream. We need to solve some issues about the production because it's necessary. We need to follow the new EA guidelines, better communication and collaboration between all parts involved in this. As it said, an image is better than 1,000 words. Now we can see some image comparing our situation, please. This is a sample with in this slide, 4 pictures with different competition. The image is good, okay, but now, the new slide, of course, we need to improve this image. We need to show the best of our sport because this is our challenge, to get revenues about companies that want to invest with us. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fernando. Very interesting exposition. And just to reiterate, any questions, please make a note, and then later we can address all the different topics. So moving on, it's now time to discuss the club competition system and calendar for next year. And may I introduce Renato. You have the floor, Renato. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Okay. Dear friends, first of all, thank you very much. I would like really to thank all of you for your support this year, and because it's clear for your energy, for your enthusiasm, because it's clear that all of us, we are in the tough period, especially financially regarding. So it's not easy. I know it's clear that all of you, you do your best to provide the optimal condition to your clubs or as well federations. So thank you for your understanding, and thank you for your great support. After the many meetings with professional people in TV broadcast platforms, it's a clear, our challenge is clear regarding the calendar. This is one of the most important topics for all of us. First of all, for that reason, this calendar also after your feedback, because as you know very well, we send the survey to all clubs and federations, and you can be sure that with Bureau Liaisons and TWPC Commission, we are really carefully check all your proposal. After your feedback, we took decision for the Champions League men. We will continue in the same system of competition, but it will be some changing in the Euro Cup men and women. So it will not be this year anymore Final Four. It will be home away games. The most important, like I said, regarding the TV broadcast platform, we need to have the clear situation in the beginning of the competition for all competition until the end. So it means that the similar like it was last year, Champions League men we will play Tuesday, Wednesday. Euro Cup men it will be similar like last year. It will be Thursday, and all other competition it will be Saturday. So this is the first question of all TV platform. If we want to show them that we are serious and we can start to speak about them for the future, for have one good water polo product. Regarding that, like I said, Champions League, we will continue in the similar way like it was this year, with 12 wildcard teams, but this is the most important thing for you. It's that the qualification round we started the 13th September, so it will be first qualification round. Group stage starting 8 and 9 October. After that, quarterfinal starting the 4-5 February. Just I want to mention that we have World Cup in Division 2 in December, and in January for Division 1. And the Final Four, it will be 30 May and 1st June. Regarding the Champions League women, competition system, it will be similar, and with the qualification round, he will start the 4th October. After that, group stage starting 26 October with the 16 teams in 4 groups. Quarterfinal stage starting 22 March, and the Final Four we finish with the beginning in the May. So all this calendar, all this presentation, we will share with you very soon after this meeting. So you will have everything. Like I said, Euro Cup men, we will change because we put Final Four last year only because of the reason of the calendar and the too many tough season for the players, and for that reason we don't had enough space for play home away games. But after your feedback and after our many meetings, we took decision that this is definitely better to play home away games in the Euro Cup men. So qualification round will start 27 September this year. After that, like usually it is a group stage, and we start with the 8 final stage, 8 final, quarterfinal, semi-final, final games in Euro Cup. Regarding Euro Cup women, competition system, also it's similar like in the beginning like it was last year. Qualification round will start 4 to 6 October with the cut tournaments. And in Champions League, of course, this is the first round. After that, we are continue with qualification round 2. It will be it's up of number of the participating team. We only in that moment we can share with you the last number of the teams and regarding the qualifications. And quarterfinal, semi-final, and final stage, it will be home away games with the dates you have behind. Regarding Challenger Cup, like a president and Fernando and Kyriakos mentions, we are really satisfied with the Challenger Cup, and I hope that this year it will be even more teams. And of course, qualification round will start a little bit later. This is normal for that competition in the beginning of November. And after that, we have qualification round 2 and quarterfinal, semi-final, final will finish in the beginning. It will be home away game 5 and 26 April. Regarding the Challenger Cup women, we need to see first how many teams will be inscription to who will play exactly, how many teams. So very soon we will send also the letter to all clubs and federation regarding the position of our teams and the participation. As soon as we have this information, it will be much easier for us to prepare next season. So we will finish the Challenger Cup with the Final Four to 22 and 23 February, as you can see behind. So I want just to show to all of you, Aida, please, the overview of this season. If yes, sorry. Super Cup, yes, I don't have this Super Cup here, but I know that we put the exact date in September for the men's Super Cup, and in October, if you can see, 19 October for the women Super Cup. So last year we had, let's say, many problems. It wasn't easy to find the optimal date, but this is important for us competition. This is a great competition for promotion our sport, and for that reason we took decision to fix the date that everybody knows now when they will play regarding your national competition calendar. Okay, thank you. And okay, like you can see behind me, it's an overview of all games this season, but on the end we need to put four more national competition for under 16 men and women and under 18 men and women. Division Elite Division 1. Milos, we spoke about that later. So one more time, it will be many games, but Water Polo department team with the commission and the liaisons and all of us here, we are looking forward to provide one more time the great competition and to try to be better than we was this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Renato. It's very interesting to see this very busy season laid out like that. So now we turn to the TV broadcast social media section, branding, which is actually me, so I can stay here and continue to speak. Aida, could you put the next slide, please? So we've already covered the first part in Antonio's introduction, so basically you will know, the landscape, if you like, of TV at the moment for water polo. I just wanted to make a few points about live streaming. So I think a big step was made forward this year. All the matches, European Club Nation competitions, were played on live streaming. We also did our best. That's all on the YouTube platform as well, which we control. We also tried to ensure that there was commentary for all of them. That's a very important thing because the streaming on its own without the commentary doesn't work. The next step will be improving the quality of production, lighting, number of cameras, position of cameras, etc. We are working on the guidelines now with Ida and the team, so the media people, and we will actually send that to you as soon as it's ready. One thing just to stress, and we're here, always at your disposition to discuss, very important that the quality, as was discussed by Antonio, especially if we're going to start to try and sell the streams, we need to ensure that the quality is really good, and we also need to make sure, as long as we're still with YouTube, that we pay attention to issues mainly related to the music, actually. There's often copyright issues with YouTube, and they automatically can remove you from the site, which can be very dangerous. So it's important that when you're streaming, if there's any music, that it's not copyright music that is being used. So the next slide, we're going to talk about TV production, which is a very important area. As was mentioned by Antonio, very fortunate to have with us Tony, who's sitting right here. And Tony, I'm going to ask Tony to come here and give you some more detailed information. Tony has been almost 30 years in water polo, professionally in television. And before that, he was a water polo player. So he really does know this sport. But as important, working for Arena Sport, one of the very big, high-quality companies. He's also doing basketball, he's doing football. He was at the Champions League final, if I recall, in Wembley a couple of weekends ago. So he's really somebody who we can listen to and learn a lot from. So Tony, if you can join me up here.
Hi, everybody. A lot of you know me from the water polo pools covering the Champions League games. I was asked from European Aquatics to try to help them improve the quality of the production or the view that the TVs have of the Water Polo Champions League. I don't know if you've noticed, but from the quarter-final stage, we have started to produce highlights of every round of the Champions League. Also, in preparation for this Final Four, there was some additional content with previews and some other stories related to Malta, because looking from a TV side from the TV side, the biggest problem with the Champions League water polo, mainly at this moment Champions League water polo, is lack of content, because the televisions do not have enough content to make sure to present water polo as much as possible, because up to now most of the content that the TVs could use was just the games, and in order to present the sport in a better way, you need more content, and that is something that we started to do now. Nick already said that, and also the others on this panel, the importance of the quality of the production of the games, and that is something that I believe that will be concentrated on, because the most important thing with this type of competition is to have the same look on every pitch, on every pool. The production needs to look the same from every pool. You can check it on the highlights. You can immediately see that it is a different game just from the look of the pool that you have. And that is something that will be concentrated on in future times. The biggest problem for televisions, and I'm now talking from the other side, is the dates and the hours of the competitions. And that is something that needs to be evaluated, and to agree on fixed times that cannot be changed. That should be changed unless there is some force majeure, something really important that you need to change the dates, because the televisions need to have fixed dates. And when you come out with the season, when you give the calendar in June, those dates need to be kept, because if you want televisions to invest money in your competition, you need to give them guidelines, you need to give them a format of competition that is not going to change a day or two before the competition, because the TVs invest a lot of money in this, and they need to be certain that that game is going to be played on that day and on that hour. Also, in order to avoid all of the other sports that are now filling the media space, the hours of the games are very important, and that is something that need to be discussed. And also when the date and hours are fixed, they need to be kept. These are only some of the things that I hope that we will be able to work on in the future dates. I also, if we manage to do this, I will need a lot of help from you, and you will be hearing a lot from me. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Tony. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we wanted now to talk about social media, which has been touched on a little bit already. It's a very interesting point. What I wanted to do is basically let you know where we are, what we've been doing in the last year, and then we can look forward a little bit to the future. So exactly a year ago, actually, because we were at the Final Eight in Belgrade when we did this. So basically our team, so the European Aquatics social media team, brought everything in-house. So we created a dedicated we took a chance to create a dedicated water polo channel with the support of the liaisons. It was basically an idea that came from them and the committee. And we've had a great cooperation with clubs, basically the media reps from all the clubs, and we thank you very much for that. So we now have basically 2 dedicated channels. We have a Men's Champion League channel, but we also have a generic water polo channel. The content, the focus has basically been on things like top goals, top saves, player spotlights, what we call evergreen content, so long-form content which has a long life, basically. You can keep using that and keep promoting it. And the good news is since last year, so in the last 12 months, we've had exceptional growth. So 600% growth, basically, and actually 700% growth on Facebook. So this means we've reached 23 million people. So as Antonio was saying earlier, even if we all agree that there's plenty of more work to do, that's actually a really good result. Excuse me when I turn my phone off. Now, looking to the future, what's important is the collaboration. So as I said at the beginning, this all depends on everyone working together. We really appreciate your support so far. And with more support, so more user-generated content, more video-first content, Reels, TikTok has started, I think we can do a lot. And as I said at the beginning, we're at your disposition. One of the team is here together. I should give you a name check. So Owen Luz, stand up, Owen. Let everyone know who you are so they know that's the social guy. There's also Andrea, there's Juliana working with me. We're all basically working as hard as we can to promote water polo. So next slide. The branding, yes. So as you know, a few months ago, European Aquatics introduced a new brand. You can see it here. Every discipline is involved. It's mandatory. This is something that's really important. As Tony was saying earlier, this is part of the brand. Looking high quality, looking consistent is very important. We're very aware that this is an obligation of additional investment. We're sorry about that. There's nothing really we can do, but what we want to do is reduce your costs as much as possible by having realistic guidelines. So we'll be sending you shortly, or that the office will be sending, something to make sure that it looks great, but we're not being excessive about this. Now, this is especially for the Champions League men, because as we know, at least for the next months until the end of the year, it's going to be on, it's EBU, it's Eurovision, so we need to have very high standards there. All clubs that play in the European competitions next year have until 1st of August to send a proposal. So what we're looking for, we'll be in touch about that, is to make sure that for your pools, there's a proposal which we can approve. And the design team of European Aquatics, so we are there at your disposition for any additional advice and guidance. So thank you for that. That's the end of the branding. And now we move to what is actually the last chapter of this presentation, national team competitions, Milos Miracevic. Milos, you have the floor.
First of all, I would like to thank you all, especially the representatives of the clubs and federations, for the great effort that you're invested in doing in the last season and seasons. And since I'm involved in the club and in the federation, I know how it's difficult to find different resources, from the human resources to the financial resources to cover all and to support and to develop our sport. So once again, one big thank you to all of you. Of course, thank you to my colleagues and to all of us from this side of the table and this side of the office involving in the water polo processes. Now something new, what we truly believe that will help a lot of in promotion and in development of our sport, and the first part is related to the young generations, to the junior generations for both genders, men and women. After the huge success in the reconstructions of the club competitions, now it's time for the national team competitions, and since we get the excellent results regarding the clubs, the increasement of the 30% of the clubs participating in the European clubs competition. So first of all, from the next year, from 2025, we are changing the age groups. So instead of under 15, under 17, and under 18, the new age groups in European Aquatics will be under 16, under 18, and under 20. The same as in World Aquatics. Why? We realize, and you know very well, that in the previous system with the different age groups in the European and World Aquatics, some generations was skipped from the federation. So some generations had few competitions and some generations no one. The best example is generations and the boys born 2006. Yes, there. 2005, yes, so 2005, so they will just have one competition in their junior program, and some other age generations will have 5. So now we will fix it, and we are from 25. We are starting with the new age groups. Also, we are starting with the new system of competitions. So the European Championships for each age group and gender will be organized in, to say, 2 groups, 2 divisions: elite divisions with the top 16 clubs, and Division 1 with all the rest teams. Through the deep research among federations, we realized that the previous system was not appropriate with the qualifications in the winter period, and the results of qualifications in the last 10 years are almost the same. So the same teams are passing in the final stage, and the same teams are same national teams are staying out of the final tournaments. So now all teams, instead of the 3 or 4 days of the qualifications in the winter period, will play the final tournaments in the summer period, and on that way we are sure that we will attract more national teams to participate. The best example is the European Championship under 15 that was organized last year in Podgorica in Montenegro with participation of 25 teams. 2 additional teams was applied, but they canceled their participation in the last period, in the last month before the competitions, and unfortunately in this moment we have 2 national federations that are suspended and that are frequently participating in the age group competitions. So totally we can be very close to the number of 30 teams participating in the main competitions. Also, on this way, we truly believe that we will increase the number of teams in the women competitions, because we will, on this way of the skipping of the qualifications and direct qualifications on the final tournaments, either for elite division or for the division 1, we will support federations with skipping the qualification tournaments cost, and to say spending money on something what is more interesting, and for sure the final tournaments are more interesting than qualifications. To make equal for men and women, it will be the same system with elite division and division 1. In the case that we don't have enough teams in the women competition, we will spread elite division from the 16 to 20 or 24. If it's more than 24, we must organize 2 divisions. Also, to make equal for Division Elite and Division 1, the tournaments will be organized in the same period, with the same promotion, with the same guidelines in the organization and the streaming, just with the different hosts and, of course, different locations. So everybody, so the boys that, for example, the boys that are participating in under 16 men competition, either Division 1 or Division 2, they will have the field in the same period that are participating in one big European championship that will be on the same way promoted and promoted on our social medias and other channels. Also, we will have the system how the teams are going from the Elite to 1. The top 2 teams from the Division 1 will be qualified for the next edition of the same age competition for the Elite Division, and the last 2 teams from the Elite Division, unfortunately, for the next edition are going to Division 1. Also on the big screen, you can see the dates. The dates are fixed, and still we are in the process of the bidding of federations to organize the final tournaments. Also, with this system, we hope that we'll find the new organizers of these competitions, especially for Division 1. And now I am publicly inviting other federations that before didn't apply for the organization, like some lower quality water polo countries in this moment, that now they have a chance to organize the final tournaments in their countries, in their cities, and to try to fight for one new trophy in Europe, the European Championship Division 1 trophy. So below you can see how the age groups will be organized in the next years. So in the 26 we have under 20 men and women, in the 2027 once again under 16 and under 18. So it means that under 16 2025 will be, to say, qualification process for the under 16 and under 18 27 and so on. For the first year we will take the results for the previous competitions. So for under 16, we will took the results from under 15, last edition under 15, for under 18, last edition under 17, and for under 20, the last edition of under 19 that will be organized this year in Zagreb and Burgas. Once again, with this system, really, we will try to increase the number of national federations participating in the junior national competitions, and the first goal is to try to reach the number of 30 teams in the men competitions and from 20 to 24 teams in the women competitions. Now we will, it is not necessary now to read those days because you can see it on the screen, on the big screen. Now a few words about senior competitions. After the great experience in this edition of European Championship 24 and 2 different locations, Croatia and Netherlands, we realized that is the future model of European Championships. So from the year 26 and so on, 28 and so on, the men and women tournaments will be divided first of all by the dates. So it means that competitions can be in the same country, of course, that the same country can be organizer of both tournaments, but not in the same dates. It can be different dates, at least with 2 or 3 days stop between the tournaments, or completely different countries, and the new model of competition will be included in the new bidding process that will be sent to the federations very soon. We found this new system very positive and very interesting, because the stands in Croatia and Netherlands was full. Even the tournaments was in the same date, but for this season, for this edition of European Championship 24, it was impossible to make the different dates because of the very short period and close period to the Doha World Championships, and you know that the tournaments, both men and women, was qualified tournaments for Doha as well as for Paris. But from 26, for sure, it will be divided. So now, I'm inviting the federations to start to think on completely different approach how to organize their competitions, or men or women in their countries. Another topic that is very important is the missing competitions for the, to say, lower quality senior national teams, especially teams that are not qualified for the final tournaments of European Championship. So we have to organize something for teams that will not be qualified for European Championships 26. Now we are working close with those federations, and I hope that till the end of this year or beginning of the next year, we will have the final proposal of some interesting competition for those countries, like Challenger Cup that we have for clubs. We have different options. Is it final tournament? Is it some games home away? Is it some league? But it will be hard work with those national federations. Also, we have to take in considerations all aspects, organizational as well financial, how we can attract the biggest number of those countries, and how to promote, and as well as to have the games of those countries on TV. According our growth strategy and all inputs of World Aquatics, the European Aquatics will start very soon the program of the beach water polo. Beach water polo will be used as a very important and significant promotional tools of the water polo, and through beach water polo we will try to fill the gaps, some gaps that we have now in calendar, and to cover some locations that can be very interesting for promotion the water polo, but not in the pools, especially in the wild waters, so on the lakes, rivers, and on the sea coast. So one of the very important and main duties of the new technical water polo committee that has to be elected as president, announced now in Belgrade on 21st of June, will be the point of the beach water polo and how to start the beach water polo competitions from the year 2025. Also, in our strategy, there is one very important point that now we can just announce, but in the close future you will receive more information. It is a plan of development water polo, but especially the young categories and young boys and girls in the age from 7 to 14 years. So European Aquatics will start to organize very quality and very controlled camps for those age groups, especially for the kids from the lower quality water polo federations. But on those camps, the plan is to include as well coaches and referees from those countries. So in one all-together work on one locations in the 2 weeks to start to rise up the quality of the water polo in those countries, and that will be also the part of our academy program. So the main goal will be to have very quality program that will really help the federations to rise up the quality of water polo, but not just to waste money on it. I hope that I was short and that I cover all interesting for you. If you have any questions, please.
Thank you very much, Milos. Before we get to the questions, I just invite Kyriakos as a quick word on...
For the information that you gave to us. I want to say that the bid for European Championship 26 for women, it's open from now, and also the bid for European Championship men's and women's on 28.
But of course you will receive the official letters on your national federations.
Great, thank you very much. So we are now ready for questions from the floor. Petra, would you mind just grabbing one of the, we've got a roving mic. So could anyone who has a question please just raise your hand, say who you are, who you represent, and who you're addressing your question to, please. Over here.
Very good.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Claudio Martí. I'm a president of Astral Pool Club Natació Sabadell. Thank you very much to everybody to be here, and Presidente Antonio and the rest of the members of the board. Thanks for the support that you are giving to our sport, water polo. Obviously, thanks to all the staff, the European Aquatics, also for the work that you are doing with the clubs and the teams. I have taken some notes about the presentations, and I don't want to discuss these topics that I would like to take in consideration and to discuss or to apply or not apply when you consider. First topic that I have in my notes, okay, related to the calendar of the European Champions for Women that is scheduled to play on the weekends, in Saturdays, okay. Here, I would like to consider the possibility to advance in this topic in order to play during the week, because in parallel, in some countries, in Spain, we are doing a big effort in order to improve our national leagues, okay? And then if we have to combine the calendars with the national leagues and the weekends with the European Champions League and the Challenge and the rest of the competitions, and then we have really difficulties in order to comply the calendars, and it have a big impact in the local national leagues. And I think it would be a good idea to try to improve this topic and to put in the similar level of the men. I understand that it's not easy because the cost of the travel during the week is not the same, or there are more difficult for the women teams, but I would like to consider this topic, perhaps not for this season, but for the next seasons, in order to give more facilities to the national leagues, okay? This was not the first topic. The second topic that I had is related to I've seen that the European Champions for Men, there are two teams if I'm not wrong in the presentation, two teams to qualify directly for the stage groups. I understand it's the two teams for the 12 federations, 12 first federations in the ranking. In the women, there is not defined the number of the teams that will pass directly to the stage groups, okay? Related to this topic, I would like to take a similar conditions for the men and the women. I understand perhaps the numbers are not the same for the economical, and the number of the teams is not the same that in the men and the women. For conceptually, I think that we should apply the similar conditions, okay? If we define a number of the teams for the men, 12, I understand we should define a number of the teams for the women. I don't know, 4, 6, 8, I don't know how many, okay? And in this topic, last season, we raised a topic related to the winner of the champions, okay? If I'm not wrong, in this season for the men, the winner of
Tomorrow.
No, the winner of the last season had access directly in this, or the winner of tomorrow will have direct access to the stage group for the next season in the Men Champions League, okay? In the women, it's not clear if it will be the same situation, okay? And then we understand that we should apply the similar concepts for the men and the women, okay? At this time, we don't understand that we apply different concepts for the men or the women related to the winner, if we'll have direct access to the stage groups or not, depending on the male or women, okay? This is the topic that we would like that you analyze and you take in consideration. And also finally, related to these topics, there are another important, or not important, but I think it's important, related to the payment of the fee. Because if I'm not wrong, the winner of the Champions League for a man, it was not obliged to pay the fee for the next season, and for the women, it was not the same situation. I think we will take in consideration, and we apply the similar concept for the men and the women. And the last topic was related the access to the stage group when in the process of the draw, okay? What will be the rationale to assign the draw? I will try to explain. If we have different 4 groups, okay, in the first spot, for example, what will be the clubs will be in the first spot, in the second, in the third, or in the fourth? It will relate the name of the federation, or it will relate the ranking length that the clubs to access to the stage group has. Okay? This is a topic that for me is not clear. I don't know what is the criteria that you have, but understand me, okay? No. Maybe in the draw there are some clubs with the previous phase that has best rating, length rating, ranking that the clubs that are accessed directly to the stage group. And then I don't know what will be the criteria to assign the level of the pots in the draws for the stage groups. Okay? Sorry, perhaps so long my explanation, but there are the topics that I had in my agenda. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We had, in fact, five comments, questions there. It's very interesting. Would anyone on the panel like to make some comments?
I can start. Thank you, Claudia, for these questions. I think they touch the point. So, as you know, we have this kind of D&I commission inside European Aquatics, diversity and inclusion. And one of the main topics is the question about the not equality, but equity in between men and women. We try to do this effort in the commissions. Nowadays, our commissions, 44% of the commissions are women. Okay, we're still missing the TWPC committee, which will imbalance these numbers. So let's hope not too much, but I know this is clear. Like in artistic swimming, 95% are women. We hope that it's not happening in TWPC, but most probably it will happen. About your questions, if I understood, they are related to 3 main topics. Champions League, about Champions League. The question is why we don't have the same system for women access in national federations like men, related to the rank, the top ranked federations. I don't know, clear, but it's a proposal to consider and to move on immediately in this season. So if the department can prepare, and the meaning of the meeting is also this, to hear from you what you have to know, what you have to say about our proposal, and if it's feasible, we go immediately with this proposal. So if we can increase 5 to 6 teams related to the national federations that are best ranked in women water polo, we will do it. So, second question, it's about the fee. So why the champion of the men champion league doesn't pay the fee for next year, and the women pays? Wrong. It will not pay. This is clear. So if we are talking about equity, if the man doesn't pay, the woman cannot pay. If the man pay, the woman will pay. This is clear. So same conditions. It's same conditions. If we move forward, it was the third one that I missed.
It was a proposal for the women to play during the week, not weekends.
No, this is a technical question. I will not answer. I don't know.
We are coming back to you.
I don't know. The third question I know. Why the champion of the woman doesn't have immediately access to the groups, stage group? Of course he must have. It's the same conditions as men, as women. So I will ask the sports department, Renato, Aida,
and
Petra, to work directly after these comments and this proposal in a way that to see if it's possible or not to start immediately in the season 24-25 with this new system. But it's clear, and I think all of us agree on this. So if all agree, if anyone is against,
No.
If all agree, we need to move. It's for the benefit of water polo, so we need to move it.
And
Thank
if
you.
The fee, I answer. I
The
answer.
fee already.
The rest I cannot answer
If I
because
can say something about the days of the competition, give us a little bit time to think about this and to discuss between us, and we are coming back to you. Not only to you, to everybody, of course, you understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any more questions? Please raise your hand. Do we have more? Yes, there's one over here. Petra, you can bring the mic. Just
Good morning, it's Roberta Marotta, President of Ortigia. I have two questions. Ortigia. Two questions. One is regarding the day of the competition for Eurocup, because you said this year we will play again on Thursday, and would be possible to anticipate on Wednesday like it was 2 years ago, because it means that playing on the evening of Thursday and the day after we travel, and then on Saturday we have the national competition. Otherwise, we have to ask to our federation to change everything and move the games on Sunday or some other days. And the second question is about the outdoor pool. I know you discussed also last year, and I know also that we are just few clubs, I think us, Vugliagmeni and Prorecco, having outdoor pool. For us, will be very important to be back to play all the year in our pool, because it means that for sponsor and the rest for our public and fun, it's very important, and it's different for the team to play in another city with no own public and not own supporters. I think that's
Renato,
thank you. Renato, you answer.
You want to say something about indoor and outdoor pool?
It's
a technical.
Yes. 1 year last time with TWPC Commission and European Aquatics Bureau Liaisons, we are speaking about that, and we are working to find the best possible final decision regarding that, because this is the question also of what's happened if you don't have the good lights. So we need to prepare the regular guidelines. What is the maximum, what is the minimum temperature of the water, of the weather, of the everything. So this is not so easy just to take decision. We need to consider many different things to take last decision. But it will be very soon. We want to do something regarding that, but we have many different topics to prepare.
And about the first question, about Thursday or Wednesday, we mentioned before that we want to improve more the Euro Cup. So imagine if we have in the same day a lot of games in the Champions League, and we have also Euro Cup. It's very difficult operational, first of all, and we believe to promote and to increase the interesting for all the people, for the clubs, for Euro Cup. It's much better the day of Thursday. In terms of TV also, you talk about this, and this is what we discuss and what you propose. We thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any more questions from the room? Yes, one here. Just a second, we've got the mic here.
Thank you. The first one is, do we know the date of the draw for the next season, Champions League?
Renato, do you want to answer right away, and then?
It's better to put all.
Actually, ask all the questions and then we'll answer.
Sorry,
Renato, just wait. We'll ask each question and then we'll answer. Yeah.
Okay, the second one, I don't know who I should address to. It's technical topics about the MicroPlus live score system. If it can be more detailed, or we can get some statistics after each round, the leaderboards like top scorers, and it would be very useful for our media and marketing department. The other useful thing would be if we can get the match report, or it can be downloaded from each match when the game finished. And you know, it happened a few times during the season that some players got suspended and we didn't know about it. Because, for example, a player got a red card, and in the MicroPlus system you can see it's a red dot saying exclusion with substitution. But if a player gets 3 personal foul, it's the same written, exclusion with substitution. So we should make a difference if it's a red card.
So we have to clarify this.
Yes. And also, if somebody is suspended, I think it would be good if you can send out a letter to every team so we can prepare for the next match. For example, we played against Jadran Herceg Novi, and we didn't know one player was suspended and he cannot play on the next match.
No, I don't think this is true. I believe immediately after the games, the office sent to everybody who's involved in the game any information about the suspended players.
It's about, okay, so not
and
our
coaches
match.
as well.
It's not our match. I tell you an example.
Please.
Last match day was Proreco playing against Novi Beograd. And Jakšić got a red card and he was suspended.
Yes. For one game.
For the match yesterday.
Yes.
And we were not notified about it, and we were trying to find out, you know, if he's suspended. So
if I understand correct,
send it to all clubs about
your demand is to announce to everybody if there is any player or coach who is suspended.
Yes.
This
or
is the
include
question.
on the website somewhere or send it in email. So also we prepare, the coach prepares the tactic that way, you know, if one player is not playing.
Okay, fully agree. We will share to all clubs. This is not a big deal for us, just to share to all.
Thank you. And Renato, the question about the draw date?
About the draw, the exact date we don't have now in this moment, but very soon we will start with the send, like I said, to all federations. To know how many clubs will participate in every single competitions, and it will be like usually way. So very soon you will have all information.
Can we reply about MicroPlus? About because it was a request from you. Please, Aida.
If I may. Regarding the MicroPlus, you know that the jury table during the game, well, the LOC is in charge of the jury table, especially the MicroPlus operator. So the MicroPlus operator can immediately download the game protocol, and when it's signed by the delegates and the referees, it's official game protocol. So you have it on site immediately, because usually we from the office receive that game protocol from the delegate sign and from all parties, but you have it, if you are organizer, you have it too. Okay, but for the games you are talking about, the games you are playing out.
Yes. Away games or other games also would be useful.
When you are on site, usually the game protocols are printed 3 times, one for each game. You would like to receive it online?
Yes.
Okay. Now we understand it better.
We get a piece of paper. If you can
we
download.
Understand it. Yeah. It wasn't just clear on which situation you are asking for that. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you have one more question.
Yes. Might be a sensitive topic, but it's important for everybody about the prize money. You know, all the costs of the clubs we invest in. Also, the flight tickets got more expensive organizational costs. You know, we trying to make everything more professional, but you know, we need.
Of course,
money.
we understand. We understand. I believe that during the presentation of our president, he mentioned something about this, and he wants to say something more.
This is clear. What you mentioned, we all agree. But we have a plan, like I said, and first we will start, not this year, because we need to find the best resources to do it, but take care about the questions of not only the prize money, but the fee, which means that our intention is to ask to get enough resources to not ask the teams to pay any kind of fee to participate, starting from Champions League. And we, as European Aquatics, take care of everything that is related to the local broadcast for Champions League. This is the first step. The second step, as much as we can get from the further development of our sports, not only talking about water polo, but all our sports, it's to pay for participate. The most important teams. This is the model. As soon as we get all working in the same direction, this will happen, I'm pretty sure. So, like I told you in the beginning, I'm pretty sure that during this term, these two steps is going to happen. First, reduce the costs for at least the Champions League, because it's our jewel on the crown. And second, to get some revenue for the clubs instead of paying, get some revenues of the participation. I cannot give you the numbers, but if you ask me what should be the goal, should be at least they should receive the double as the investment of the Champions League clubs do for the competition. This is the global goal. Okay? We are in the same wave.
But give us a little bit time. Thank you very much. You want something else to add? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any more questions over here? Please, Carl. Who's got? Sorry, just wait for the mic, Carl.
Sorry. I just forgot one important thing, and I think all of us, we are on this together, to say many thanks to Carl and to Malta Water Polo Association for signing the agreement for 3 years, and with the men Water Polo Final Champions League, and I think all of us saw yesterday. I just saw yesterday because I just arrived yesterday. The great atmosphere and ambient. Of course, there are some details that need to improve. This is clear, but step by step we are reaching there. Thank you on behalf of European Aquatics, Carl, for your amazing work.
Antonio. Thank you, Antonio, and thank you for the very interesting presentation today. Things seem to be moving very fast and nice in new European Aquatics. Maybe one question for Milos. Maybe I missed the presentation. As we discussed already, Malta as a national team doesn't participate in World Championships and Olympics. We played our last game in Zagreb on 20th of January, and we'll play our next game, hopefully now for preparation for qualification in 2026. 2 years without any competitions. Do European Aquatics have any proposal maybe of introducing some competitions in the meantime where national teams can play, senior national teams can play against each other? Maybe so we can obviously not remain 2 years without having any competition games, which is too much. Obviously, we employ a national coach, a foreign national coach. Okay, he works with junior teams, but I think our objective is always the European Championship. So I think it is time to maybe introduce some new competitions also for national teams which do not participate in high competitions.
Yeah, thank you. As I mentioned, this is a next topic that is the most important to be identified, especially after electing the new technical water polo committee. When we go back in the past, we know that we had a B European Championship. I really don't know why ex-LAN or European Aquatics decide to stop this process, but obviously now we have the gap for the teams that are not qualified for the European Championship. On the last meeting with all federations and clubs 1 year ago, we opened that question and discussion. But always we have the same issue. One part of the teams are willing to play, and for another group of teams, everything is expensive. Now we are making the research which model will be the best. So obviously we have to have qualifications. Who is going in the European Championship is going. Who not pass has to play some another competitions. Also that competition has to have the name that will be attractive, because as we all know, nobody would like to participate in something what is with prediction B. As we have a feedback from the national federations, if some team is going on the big competition, it's very difficult to get some finances from the government, Olympic Committee, or some government institution responsible for covering those costs. So we have to invent some cup, like Challenger Cup or something like this. So in that way, it will be very helpful for us from each federation like yours to send us your opinion of the format. Is it better to have just one final tournament of few days, or to have some games home and away? Because we know that some countries for years and decades are not playing home games, and obviously you are missing some game of your senior national official game of your senior national team here on Malta to host somebody and to make here local promotion and promotion that can bring you the money from government sources. So for sure, the teams that will not be qualified for a European Championship 26 will have opportunity to compete in some another competition. Now I cannot tell you the name. We have to, with the media team and the marketing department, to find appropriate name and appropriate competition format that will be enough interesting and quality on one way, and another way that will not take a lot of money from federations, because already you have to spend the money on the qualifications. So that is really the first next one decision that we have to define and to inform you. If you ask me personally, for me some league home and away will be very, very interesting and will help a lot of in promotion water polo in your countries, but the league is much more expensive than the tournaments format.
That we took part last year, you know, in Romania and in Germany. That makes us play, because we need to play. But thank you, Milos, for your reply.
But you have the chance this coming January to play again World Cup Division 2.
Okay, that is good. That will be.
And from my side, thank you very much for your hospitality.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for collaboration.
One comment. Also, it is not just important to have the games. It's important to fight for some trophy. Yes. When we invented the Challenger Cup, it's third line quality competitions, but the teams that are participating in those competitions, for men and women, they are competing like for the title of the World Championship. For every team that is participating in a certain competition is the big fight for trophy, and it will be nice opportunity for those countries to win something as well.
Yes, we need to play games. And one last thing, maybe a suggestion. We discussed this with Renato. In the European Aquatics Statute, the wording for the group draws for the qualification, for the actual competitions is not written correctly. You know, we had a problem with the under-19. The 4 winners of the group came again in the European Championships in the same group, and the second placed in another group. So obviously the second place teams are at an advantage because the group is easier, and our group, having won the group, is a more difficult group. I know we explained, we spoke, but there is something that needs to be corrected, I think, in the English, how it is written in English. That is my suggestion only. No fighting, just suggestion.
Dear Carl, just for you, there is no any more qualifications. With the new format, we don't have qualifications, so we solved that problem.
Okay. And please don't forget that first time in European Aquatics, we proceed in the public draw.
Yes.
Okay.
That is excellent.
So everything was clean and in front of everyone.
Yes,
President, in front of everyone. Transparency for everyone.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Do we have time maybe for one last question? Does anyone have a question? Or did we cover every topic? Okay, so listen, for those people who are following on the stream, we have close to 100 people following us on the stream. Almost 100 people are following. So just please be reminded, email to waterpolo@eu.com if you have any questions, and we will deal with that. If not, thank you very much. Thank you to all the panelists, and thank you to all the guests who've made the effort to come here today. I think we should end with a big round of applause.